Hey, Red. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Sup? All right, how are you? He's gonna pop up in any second or minute. No, likely. Stragglers. Stragglers is what I like to call them. But again, that's how it goes. Yeah, so I was supposed to get a Transformer toy. The toys were bad, so I got a Band-Aid Godzilla vinyl figure. Nice. Was this at a local shop that you just saw them and they were looking pretty bad? That's unfortunate. It was at a mall, yeah. Same kind of thing. Wow. Well, at least you didn't buy it blind. Just gotta see what we got going on here. Yeah, there's a bunch of weeb stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, of course. I love weeb stuff. Okie dokie. Anime figures and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Nick. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Oops. Gotta face it the other way. Not like you can really tell because the detail on this part is really crap. There we go. Anyway. Let's see, Moy. I didn't enjoy it, but I saw some car diecasts. Oh, yeah? Some Blokes Transformers. Blokey's Transformers. I've not yet to see any of those. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Hey, Daniel, what's going on, brother? Welcome. It's been a while. Hope all is well. And I play billiards with my brother and my mom. Billiards with your mom. I love it. Billiards with mom. Had the new show go yesterday. How did it go? Uh, it was informative. I'm not sure, honestly. It's kind of a new thing for me. I'm a newbie, so I need to train. Yeah, we'll catch up on it. Yeah, I appreciate it, Daniel. Yeah, like I said, it was a lot more forward of me than I usually am, but it was a time for me to be able to just, like I said, not necessarily unload, and even unleash sometimes sounds a little harsh, but it's just I'm letting some of my reasoning and my emotions kind of like come through a little bit more there. Um, just you grow up in a certain way and you see the world kind of changing in front of you. Sometimes you got to say something. And that to me is the better form for doing it. I'm trying to keep things a little lighter and fluffier here. Anyway, how are you? How's the fam? I forgot about it. Not used to doing evening things. Yeah, except for Mike Wine on Wednesdays, because you're like one of the first people in on that show. Always. Oh, I see. Just put the pedals here. Put the pedals where? Just put them there. It literally, the instructions say, put the pedals there. There's no locating pin, nothing. Okay. Again, it's an interesting, I mean, easy enough to solve, but it's just kind of crazy that that's sort of like the response. Just put them there. And I thought the billiard place had slot machines. Slot machines. So what is it, like a casino? Mike sends out a reminder to the amp pantry. Yeah, yeah. He sets up a what they call it. Yeah. Uh, I think you can create a calendar thing for it. Yeah, I definitely don't do that. Yeah, I thought it would be cool if it had one. A casino? I gotta tell you, honest to God, the way this cockpit's coming together is pretty lame. You're gonna have to use part of a fuselage, I think, to align it. Good, thank you. We had my mom's funeral on Monday. It went well. I'm sorry to hear that. Daniel, your mother passed away a while ago. This is like at the time when everybody was able to get together, correct? Again, my condolences to you and the family, brother. I'm sorry for your loss. It was not a full casino, just a half casino. Right? Oh yeah, I must have left all the other. That's why all the other tools are over the other side. I left all the tools in the other room, and I'm feeling too lazy to go get them. It's not like I don't have tools I can use here. There was the what's it called? Yes, what's it called? Thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome, Daniel. How hopefully the family is doing all right. Those kinds of losses take obviously can create some interesting dynamics. She passed on the 8th, funeral on Thursday. Yeah, okay. I remember seeing it then on Instagram that when you posted that she had passed away. Darts. There was the arrow and the thingy to throw the arrow. Oh, darts. Oh, yeah, darts. I love darts. So too. Darts are fun. Now it sounds more like a bar. Mm. So happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a long day. I was dealing with some additional personal stuff that's taking a little bit out of me. This is the part where you order drinks, and I thought that was a bar. Like seriously, wow, interesting, interesting. I continue to believe that leadership, and I'm not talking about at the government level, but leadership, like even in workplaces, how leadership gets to where it is by through a promotional ladder. If you're good at X, therefore we're going to promote you to Y, even though Y requires different skill sets. So when I see people getting, into certain positions, and what that usually means in terms of their leadership, their downward leadership, it's pretty shit. Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on, brother? Also, when I played this game, I said balls, and my friend crashed out. Nice. Hey, Peter. Welcome. How are you? Waking up, kind of. Yeah, I hear you on that one. You said I work for Satan, and I don't believe it. Like, dude, or a funny word. Nice. People say things. Many years ago, I worked at a company called Tweeter, etc., which was an audio-video retailer, a national audio-video retailer. And I said, were you dirty-minded? And I believe he is. Nice. He might be. And there was a guy, the number one salesman in the company, number one. He was always, that's what he did. He just sold. I was with my mom in the hospital. I was working on the Zeta HG Evolution kit. It was only meant to be a snap kit, but because of the time I was snapping, I feel like I need to put more love into it. Of course. That's cool, Daniel. How's it coming along? And I'm assuming it was both a cathartic and an enjoyable thing, right? The goal was to be hated, he said. Oh, God, I hope not. Hate's bad. Hate bad. Anyway, so he was asked to move into management, become an assistant store manager. Store manager goes, yeah, no, thank you. I'm happy doing this, just selling stuff and whatever. And for the longest time, I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy. Why would you want to promote? And now I fully embrace. He was really good at selling and making a really solid living at it. Moving into a management position would have changed the tenure of what he was doing. It's a totally different job. Not as a dedication, more due to the moment in time. Yeah. Those are interesting things when you work on stuff like that, right, Daniel? Hey, Jonah, good morning. When you work on stuff like that, when you're working on something that is like you just described, almost like a snapshot of time. It's like I was working on this when that happened. And you look at that figure or that thing, and it always brings back certain recollections, memories. In some ways, it's a good way to honor stuff, One of the last things my dad and I used to do was we would watch Star Trek together, TNG. Anyway, and I have every time I see this little Worf figure that I picked up, I snuck one into his coffin. It's down with him. But I have another Worf figure. Every time I see it, it always reminds me of my dad. And I was like, really, dude? You sound like you're depressed or something, like what an emo kid would say. Interesting. Well, you're having some interesting conversations with friends. So yeah, how things come about. Oh, this is gonna suck. These injection pin things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's always fascinating to see how things come about. You look at something and there are times it's like I've also experienced this where I don't know why, but this thing that I'm now watching or doing is sending me back to an interesting place. It's like if anybody remembers the movie Analyze This, which as a comedy, I don't know that it succeeded very well. I'm gonna check on him. Be right back. Sounds good. Wise choice. If anybody remembers that movie, the whole concept behind that movie is that you got this hardened guy who's now starting to melt down, because of something, and he doesn't know what. Okay. I'm assuming. Maybe that's supposed to act as a stop? No idea. Okay, back. I'm going to talk to him now. See you, everyone. Red, have a good one, brother. Enjoy. We're doing a traditional paint job on this one. I haven't decided yet. Hey, Seb. Good morning. What's going on, brother? I don't know. The cockpit will likely be a little bit more traditional in its greenishness and that kind of thing. I wish I was working on my model instead of getting ready for work. Yeah, I'm working on my model before I've got to get ready for work. I wish I had more time for it, but it is what it is. All right, let's pull out this other piece. Stupidity of this thing. I honestly, I really generally don't understand. This model's like the assembly process on this thing is really weird. I'm slowly waking up. Yeah, you were up. It sounds like you had a late work night, right? What's the weekend plan? Saturday, I'm sorry guys, I actually got to figure out. Yeah, I got to look at this again. D6. Well, that's not D6. That's all the wrong one. Saturday, just hang out family, that kind of thing, Daniel. And then Sunday, going to my daughter's dance competition. Do you have any weekend plans? Anybody else got anything cool going down this weekend? Okay. Honest to Christ, where the fuck is this thing? D6. There it is. And then, yeah, it's kind of low key. It's gonna be a low key weekend. Just a lot going on in the household right now. My wife's up this weekend, which is nice. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I finished my shift at 5:15 a.m. Wow, wow, wow. 5:15. How much sleep did you get? Because it doesn't sound like it would have been a lot. I'll be straightening a Jeep frame and welding on new spring hangers. Wow. 1-to-1 project. Love it. I honestly don't know where this is going. Go to some work in the garden on Saturday. Going to some work. Oh, to do some work in the garden on Saturday. Nice. You again. Yeah, it's me. Sorry, Ray. I'll tune myself out. Oh, 6 hours. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. That's not so bad. What's up, Ray? I honestly don't know where this is supposed to go. I think it's there. I appreciate it. My pleasure. Garden work. I love it. How's the garden coming along? Daniel, this is your new place, right? So how is the new garden going? I thought I had a more aggressive one. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. I have 2 flea markets Sunday. I hope to find something good. Yeah. Is there something good that you're looking for, or are you just hoping to find something? Just kind of like, you just like the looking around and seeing if there's something cool. I usually like going to flea markets for things like we've got hey Ken, good morning. Very slowly. Working very slowly. Hoping to find something, yeah. Just something, yeah. I feel the same way. I like going to those things. We've got a town-wide like yard sale and stuff like that. And what's fun about that is just seeing what's there. I usually look for things like vinyl records. Need some new fleas. I got plenty. Plenty. Library book sale tomorrow. So 5%. Yeah, 5-cent DVDs. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 5-cent DVDs. We're starting a flea circus. He might be. Sure sounds it. This is usually a good time. See if you can find surf ninjas. Yeah. It's interesting how much stuff you can find at places like that. Many years ago, uh, my wife and I used to do that a bit, and my wife would pick up a bunch of books real cheap and send them down to her mom. It's like, you spend like $5, get like 15 books. Hey, Joe, good morning. TGIF indeed. So now I have a garage. So as soon as that is up and running, I will be looking into getting an airbrush and ditch the rattles. Nice. Oh, Daniel, you must be excited about that. How does the winters up in the York area, Yorkshire area get cold? Cold enough that you have to worry about heating that space? Bad Time Movie, Zombie Nazi Surfers. One of the two is a stock exchange. Stock exchange on the geek theme. Wow. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Oh, so that's very targeted. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty shit model. It's not a very well designed model, let's put it that way. I have no idea how all this stuff is supposed to fit inside here, but we'll figure it out. Let's see if the other side has more stuff. Absolutely not. In fact, it's got an injection pin mark right smack where you'd be laying something down. That's fucking brilliant. It is what it is. I guess what I might need to do is start building this back assembly to see where things get laid down. Yeah, can't do any more with this until I know what the hell's going on. Okay. It fits due to your sheer willpower. Yeah. Okay, back. Welcome back, Red. Thank you. Willpower or just like it's gonna fit? Excuse me. All right, so just looking at that, got that, got that. I'm gonna skip the pedals for a second. I guess that's my alignment piece right there. It's a crazy way of doing this. Super cold. Oh yeah, a couple of gas heaters for the. Okay, there you go. I said God gave us life. Okay. You said you want me to trust God? Super cold. Yuck. I'm not kidding. This is yuck. I mean, this is, I think, a model from the late 90s. I could be wrong about that. I don't recall. But it's super yuck. They were met him for the first time. They told me I should trust my God, the same God that almost made me shit my pants. Right. He's like, ooh, I'm emo, ooh, I'm depressed. So you got some crazy shit going on there, Red. Before I clean up the inside of this thing, let's see if we can figure out how this thing comes together. Excuse me. Again, don't know. Huh, that might be it. It's pretty crazy shit. Yeah. Kind of don't like his mood attitude. Well, and that's the thing. Sometimes, people just need their space and you give it to them and hopefully things get better after that. All right, we're going to glue this thing together. Boy. Let's see how this comes together. The way this thing is supposed to be boxed together, this makes so little sense unless you're actually assembling it almost inside the model. In fact, part of this, I think I'm just going to have to do that. Just going to have to hit this thing with paint. And then figure out, excuse me, how it's just going to get all placed inside there. He's not kind of boring. Yeah. Again, sometimes people get into interesting places. This thing is really supposed to go. Oops. Enjoy when the laundry is done. You're not doing it right. I know. I'm sorry. I was kind of actually curious to see if anybody's paying attention. Ray was. Give us a reel of me doing a jig. Yeah, I don't think so. My daughter dancing, that's one thing. Me dancing, not so much. Not so much. Like a pear or an apple. Pear or an apple. I'm enjoying not hearing the furnace going constantly. It means it's getting warmer. Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. A little buck dancing. A little buck dancing? Apple is a boring fruit. I love apples. I actually would dispute that. Given that I live in an area where a ton of orchards are around, the number and variety of apples, oh no. Apples are not boring. Apples are great. The pear is also a boring fruit. Again, depending on the pear. Pears. Johnny Appleseed lived on Longmeadow. He did. I can never eat just one. I always need a pair. Where would we be without Ray's dad jokes? That's what they become, right? God. Just the flash, or I don't know if this is a nub, because it wouldn't make sense that it would be a nub. I don't recall there being a nub on the inside. But the inside of this frame has this glob of crap. And it's the arm that it's on is so fragile. Gotta go. Already read. Have a good one. House is still there. House is still there. Well, that's a good thing. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. So I've watched Secret Galaxy in the past, a YouTube channel, which tends to have a lot of interesting stuff on, like, different TV shows, basically pop culture stuff, right? And this morning I saw that they did something on Inspector Gadget. Which I'm actually kind of curious to see, only because the show was okay, but it did have Don Adams. All right, I got another minute, and I'm gonna have to get going here. I really, this is like, this nub is, or whatever this blob is fighting me all the way. Pre-champ, going to the purpose of making hard cider. Good for him. Oh, Inspector Gadget, bring back memory. Oh yeah, same here. It's like, ooh, when that show came out, I was probably in my 20s. But every now and then I would just like flip on the TV and catch it. Again, just because I didn't care for the show, but I really did like Don Adams. Love watching Inspector Gadget as a kid. Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, I actually, I remember why after watching Inspector Gadget, I'm like, okay, I got to go watch Get Smart now. I thought that was a British cartoon. I don't believe so. I thought it was an American cartoon. I could be wrong. It's been that long. You need some files for that. Would take it down more quickly. Yeah, it's just that it's so fragile, Peter. And actually, I do have files. In fact, I'll break one out. No, I'm not because I got to get going. But I am going to leave them out. I do have files. It's just taking a little bit longer because of how fragile it is. I can feel it flexing. That's my fear. It's just going to break. At the same time, it breaks, you fix it. Do you see they're making a remake of The Naked Gun? It's got Liam Neeson as Frank's son. Oh, no. Great. Because that's what we need. Liam Neeson doing more remakes. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I do appreciate it. Crazy world. Who's playing OJ? Go out there and do good, everybody. Brighten the world as much as you can. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. It just gets crazier all the time, right? So let's go out there and make somebody's day, just like you guys do here this morning. Kind of in a low-key place today, but I appreciate everybody being on this morning and just chiming in. It's great to see everybody kind of popping in and saying hi and what have you. Daniel, again, condolences to you and your family. All my best to your family and love to everyone. But guys, go out there, do good, enjoy the day, and brighten the world for somebody. Make somebody's day that much better. I'll be back on tomorrow, possibly working on the dendrobium. Not sure. Good to see you, G. Yeah, you too, Daniel. All right, guys. Peace out.